Hey there, it's me, the Grey Man, just going to talk about some vinyl. There's been a bit of a tag going around of records with cars on, and records with motorbikes on, and records with skulls on. And I've got to say, with my collection, skulls are a lot easier to find than cars. In case you're wondering, that's just in the background there. I'm not sure who's playing, but basically it's the tracks that I'm going to be playing on my podcast on Sunday. So if you want to find out who the bands you can hear in the background are, tune into my podcast. The link will be up on my Facebook and that, and also in my videos and on my blog. The link to the blog is down below. You can check all my podcasts out down there. Anyway, so let's just show you some ones with skulls on. First off, we've got this band called Addictive. Pretty sure these are Australian thrash. And you see you've got a cow skull or something on someone's wearing a cow skull on their head. Speed metal from down under, it says on the sticker. Been a while since I listened to that. I think it was not too memorable, but it was decent enough as far as I recall. Right, then next up, another cow skull, or it could be a horse, I'm not too sure. But it's definitely a skull. It's on the Anathema album, Serenades. Okay, pretty cool album. Back when they were Doom Death, before they turned into some weird, I don't even care what they are now. It's, you know what I mean, you can't start, it's up to, you know, people got their own styles, people like what they like. You know, if you're the artist, the musician, performing your music, then you play what you want, then yeah. But to me, it's like, how can you go from being Doom Death, magnificent Doom Death, to being whatever the heck they are now? But anyway, right, a few skulls here. Do you recognise that? It's on the Persistence of Time by Anthrax. So we've got 3 with skulls, and I've not even left the A's yet. I didn't find any cars, but then I've been doing other stuff. I didn't put as much time into it as I could have done. Right, then we have a kid wearing a skull mask on the front of the Atrophy album. Thrash, I think it might be from Begins of an A. And Arizona, I think they're from Arizona. I'm not too sure though. Don't know why it jumped into my head. But yeah, I bought that many years ago for £4 from Sounds Familiar. Anyway, right. Do not drop your vinyl on the floor. If I'd advise one thing to anybody, is don't throw your records on the floor. Luckily they're fairly robust. Right, then next up, still in the A's, we have Axe Grinder. As you can see, Axe Grinder here, The Rise of the Serpent Men, I believe it's called. Yeah, The Rise of the Serpent Men. This is some crusty kind of thrash, death, punky kind of stuff. It's good stuff. I like a couple of really good tracks on here. Axe Grinder, you can see, as well as having heads, he's also got a skull. The Serpent Men have risen up. There's 2 skulls, skull here and a skull there. The Serpent Men have risen up to take back the land which belongs to them. Right, sticking with a slightly punky crossover kind of thrash, we've got Broken Bones. I had this on a t-shirt. I kind of like wish I'd never sold the t-shirt now. I think it was got a bit too small for me, because that is awesome artwork. Love that artwork. Broken Bones. As you can see, there's a skull up there on the corner here. But yeah, that's just an excellent picture. Losing Control. Really good. Right. Musically it was alright. It wasn't the best musically, but it had some decent tracks on it. But there was something there. They still look punk on the back, but they've kind of like embraced metal somewhat as well. But the next album hasn't got any skulls on it by Broken Bones, but it does have shrunken heads. How many of you got albums out there with shrunken heads on? That'll be the next theme. Not really. Right, now finishing up, I've gone into the C's, and we've got an awesome doom metal classic. When you think skulls on vinyl covers, you can't go wrong with Candlemass's first album, Epicus Doomicus Metallicus. It's a slab of awesome doom. You can't just say doom, you have to say doom, for that is the correct way to say doom when it comes to anything really. Doom is just one of them words. Like when it comes to comic books or albums, you just got to say doom. Give it some oomph, give it some welly. Well, now I did think of one car related, I actually wrote down a couple, I can't remember what I put now. Let's just see if I can find it. Where are you? Well, I know you're around here somewhere. Okay, right, Exodus. Impact is imminent. They're riding along in a car, being chased by a giant pinball, by the looks of it. A giant chrome pinball. They're trying to escape. Yeah. So that's one that I remembered. Oh yeah, and one that I showed off in a recent competition actually, that I accidentally entered too late. I didn't realise the competition was ending, and I put an entry in like the day after it ended. But it was a female thrash band. Oh no, I remember what the other one was now. That's right, let me find this one. Don't be shy, I know you're in there somewhere. Mean Streak. They're a female thrash band. They're an album called Roadkill. Jolly good stuff. Really, these women really thrashed hard. I don't think they had any more releases though. I think this is all they brought out, which is a shame because this is a really good record. It's got some really cool tracks on it. Really give it some oomph, them ladies did. Right, and finally, I just remember the other one that was on my list. A UK thrash band. I really like these guys. I think I saw them twice live. Once they were supporting Warfare at the Hammersmith, no, not the Hammersmith, but you want to talk about at the Marquee, and it was a really poorly attended gig. It was terrible. The amount of people that were there, it was rubbish. Like, you know, I don't know if I think that's when probably maybe grunge was in then or something, and people weren't going to metal gigs. I don't know, but it was a really badly attended gig. It was just bloody well annoying. That was just before Warfare split up, I think. So that might have been a factor in that. But when Decimator played then, the other time I saw them was at the Standing in Walthamstow, and again it was a really rubbish crowd, and it was really a shame because they were a great band. Anyway, Decimator are the name of the band, and this is their album Carnage City State Mosh Patrol. This was their more thrashy album. They were kind of like a Motorhead mixed with thrash. Their second album, Stay Hard, Stay Hungry, something like that I think it was called, or Heart Hungry, we were hungry, I can't remember now, so Dirty, Hot and Hungry, something like that. It wasn't quite as thrashy, it was more like a Motorheady kind of style, hard rocking, but this one is a really cool thrasher, and I say you've got like Road Warriors, you know, you've got a motorbike, you've got like a lorry kind of thing, you've got a car, yeah. This is it's in London. You can see Big Ben over in the background there. But this is after the nuclear Armageddon, and these are the law now. The Carnage City State Mosh Patrol. I love that album title as well. It's just OTT goodness. So I try to work out where you put it back in. Right, so that's it. I can't bother to look for any more now. That's it. That's my skulls. That's all the cars I could think of. You had a motorbike in there as well, and. I did think of doing. Alright, this is a random one. If I can just find the other album. Okay, so album covers with horror icons on the cover. Just two, I'm just going to do two, I can't bother to look for any more. I've probably got some, but basically, Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing in the background there, horror icons. This is off the Warfare album Hammer Horror, and of course, Christopher Lee had his own band. When he reached his 90s, I don't know if everyone knows this, but in his 90s, he basically started doing metal. He did the narration for Manowar's re-recording of Battle Hymns, was it? Yeah, the album. He did the narration for Dark Avenger, the one that Orson Welles did previously, and he also did some stuff for Rhapsody. I think is it Rhapsody or Rhapsody of Fire? I can't remember now. Or did one band change its name to I don't know. But anyway, it's something to do with Rhapsody, and he had his own band. And this was around the concept of Charlemagne, the ancient warrior. And yeah, this is one of his CDs. He also did some metalized Christmas carols as well, which were a good listen. So yeah, Christopher Lee, horror icon, film legend, and bye bye.